So I'm really starting to notice the Immortal difficulty coming into play now with the series because the militaries are massive, and it's making it a lot easier for AIs to take over some very fortified cities. So we have a bunch of wars going on, and as I said, because the AIs have big militaries, it's making things, well, I don't know. It's making things interesting. First of all, Egypt and Arabia, behind in technology, but they're going to fight it out right here. They're going to fight it out to the death. And I'm shocked that both of these nations are actually still alive. The longer that they kind of stay quiet and underneath the radar, because first of all, Ethiopia's distracted by the Zulu. Zulu, in turn, are distracted by Ethiopia. The Congo might be going after Egypt at some point soon, but we will see, especially Alexandria being right there, kind of in the middle of the Congo Empire. But the longer these civs, these kind of medium to weaker civs stay quiet, the longer they'll have a chance to survive. Like Arabia. Arabia's been around for actually a really long time just here in Memphis, and they were able to get up a pretty big military. Okay, so Congo declared war on Carthage. I don't know if they're going to send any troops over, but this Moroccan-Carthaginian war has been really kind of a stalemate almost. Morocco started making their push forward very early on. Now Carthage is pushing back. There are Moroccan reinforcements that are coming. The Zulu, I think, had all their MPs destroyed, or they retreated back. Polynesia has peaced out with the Colombians, with a Moroccan settler out this way too. France is still at war with Morocco, so kind of keep that in mind. They have already been building. These ships are coming around the North Sea. Birmingham, so a few videos ago, I mispronounced, oh my gosh, the British might be able to maybe take a Danish city over. That's going to be tough, though. They might only be able to take over one, but we'll see. Carthage and Spain now going for it. There's Spain settling Toledo in modern-day Norway. A few videos ago, let me explain myself. So I knew people say it was Birmingham, like the Alabama city that we have in the States. But I was like, okay, wait a second. I wasn't sure if it was spelled the same way. And then I was like, wait a second, this is a British city. Like, I don't know if it'd be pronounced the same way, even if it is spelled the same way. That's why I pronounced it like Birmingham. I guess it is Birmingham, like the city from Bama. But I don't even know. I'm not even sure if I have that pronunciation right. But I just wanted to explain myself why I pronounced it as Birmingham the first time, because I was like, there's no way. What are the chances of this being pronounced the same exact way as the city from the States right around this location from Alabama? But anyways, okay, so Napoleon has secretly plotted against Isabella. Okay, there are some more French fleets, French ships coming down. Oh, but Morocco's going to destroy them. Morocco's actually going to have a very tough time very soon. But Carthage might decide to retreat. Keep in mind, Carthage and Spain. Oh, but you know what? Oh my gosh. So there's actually a really big battle going on. First of all, France is going after both Carthage and Morocco now, I believe, right? No. We don't have... No. France is just going after Morocco. We have Spain now going after Carthage. The Mediterranean is going to be a huge battle zone. And then Mali, who I don't think is going to be giving up their open borders to anybody. Oh, I guess to France, and that's it, because they're probably so powerful. Mali still ultimately controls who goes between the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. Every little civ counts. They do make a difference. And I guarantee you Morocco doesn't like Mali, and Mali doesn't like Morocco. Mali probably doesn't like Carthage either. So all that makes a big difference. Now, Spain has a very little amount. They don't have really anything in the Mediterranean, so kind of keep that in mind. You know what? The French might be attempting to go through Mali to attack the Moroccan capital. But don't forget about Congo just declaring war on Carthage. Both of these civs are kind of in a tough spot. Africa is a huge mess right now. Is a huge mess. And the Europeans look like they might be attempting to try to exploit it. I know the irony in that statement, or I always make this statement the irony, but it's not irony. It's not irony. But anyways, so what do we have? Catherine plotting against Persia. Ooh, yeah, I thought that would have popped up a lot sooner, but I guess I get it. Poland really hasn't done much at all to attack Denmark. Okay, so they are drastically close to taking the city over. There are 2 crossbowmen. The British have even landed a pikeman. This would be big. Here's the thing, though. is I feel like, unless, of course, the British and Spain get some sort of agreement going on, the British would need to take over Toledo. This territory, because Toledo's going to expand their borders and they're going to lock it off. Poland and Spain. All right, another interesting European war. Those two civs are too far away from each other, though, to make a lasting impact. They're going to have to go around. Oh, my goodness, they're very close. But why are you attacking Copenhagen? Do you have reinforcements coming? You could. No, these ships have to use shallow waters. So a few civs, wait a second. Uh-oh. We're seeing a Polish coalition. We are witnessing a Polish coalition. So right now, no one too big has declared the war. We have Argentina, the Congo, and Spain declaring war on Poland, but that's it. Nothing too significant. Significant nations that could declare war on Poland right now would be France, the Ottomans, and Russia. Or two of those three would be enough to probably take that civ down completely. So we have the first. Is this the first vote? Yeah, first Sydney conference. Very good. And right away, Australia is trying to enact Confucianism as the world's religion. Kind of early. 1834 to be announcing a world's religion, but okay. And then embargo of Cuba. How does Polynesia even know who Cuba is? They're both island-based civs. They should be working together, honestly. So I didn't realize. So Australia did find. Is this the Holy City? Oh no, it's not the Holy City. Oh, Confucianism. Wow. So Confucianism is doing really good. I need to double check on religion. We'll probably do that in the next video, which will be around turn 300. That is kind of at the height of religion and the mechanic in Civ 5 in terms of this game. See, more reinforcements are coming though. I don't know if the British are going to be able to get this job done. The frigates are helping, but if they destroy the privateer, then the British won't be able to do this. Oh, there's an ironclad though. There is an ironclad. Now, what are the French doing in the Atlantic? We have the fourth ideology. Korea, choosing order. Okay. Freedom usually gets picked like almost last for some reason. We never see. Well, maybe it's because I always force the AI to be aggressive, but freedom is always one of the last. Like maybe like when we're down to the final third that hasn't chosen. That's when freedom gets chosen as an ideology from like the first nation or whatever. Nothing much going on between Egypt and Arabia, but I bet you in like 2 or 3 videos we'll see something happen here finally. I think Egypt should be able to win this, but I don't know. Oh, now it's the Congo's turn to attack Ethiopia, and they actually have a much better chance than the Zulu. The Congo could be settling a new city too. Okay, so world religion obviously fails. It was made by almost the entire world. And wow, Cuba was not passed. The embargo of Cuba, that's surprising. Most of the world must be pretty friendly still. It makes sense. I mean, once everybody has an ideology, that's when everyone just, all the nations just end up hating each other. So notice that no one else joined in on the Polish coalition. Ooh, yep. So the British were so close to being able to take over this first Danish city. In retrospect, it was probably for the best. Well, not really in retrospect, but thinking about it, it's probably for the best that they don't take this city over. That's just another colony they're going to have to defend. So I just don't think it's a smart pickup here, to be honest. It's good for the British to get a fourth city. Don't get me wrong. I'd like them to get a fourth city, but at the moment, they should just focus on their 3 cities and defending Leeds. This city would probably bring them closer to a war, though. It would definitely bring the British and French closer into a war, but I don't know. Okay, so what else happened? Anything else happen? No. How's Carthage doing? Carthage is doing fine. Spain is building up a bigger fleet in the Mediterranean, though, so we'll have to keep that in mind. And Ashanti still has not chosen what they want to do. The Carthage-Moroccan war is finally starting to settle, and we have the Egyptians going for their 4th city, it looks like. Korea declaring war on Arabia. We'll see if Persia does. Persia could make a slight difference, but it'd still be very rough. Arabia is very safe because Ethiopia is so distracted right now. Really want to see who's going to grab this city. It's really close to falling, but, you never know. Siam building a pretty big fleet, starting to dominate the Indian Ocean. I think that, one of these naval civs is going to take over Vietnam. I think. There goes the peace deal between Morocco and Carthage. Figured that was going to happen. Here come the Canadians going after Guadalajara. Guadalajara is going to be tougher to take, though. It will be a lot tougher to take. Notice the Colombians are still at war with Mexico, though. So, the Mexican Empire might be spread very thin, defending their north and their south. But we could see that border very soon if the Mexican capital falls and Guadalajara falls to Canada. We could be seeing a very big border soon. It looks like America was able to sneak by, maybe settle a new city, possibly. America might just be Canada's city-state for the rest of the game. We'll see. I don't know. Canada seems pretty distracted by Mexico right now. I think it's going to remain that way. So Spain and Carthage starting to have a little bit of conflicts here. France is yet to declare any wars. We have Morocco and Spain. Oh, okay. This might be really bad for Spain, actually. We have the British once again declaring war on Morocco. You really shouldn't be distracted like that. Let's see if the Ashanti join in. So we've got Congo and Vietnam also joining in. So the Congo could make a difference. The Congo are actually fighting two different fronts right now. And that might be bad if they were to just focus on the Moroccan front. Well, no, actually the Congo can't make a difference. Never mind. Congo and Morocco way over here. No, I don't know what I was smoking. I looked at the Ashanti and just thought that they were the Moroccans. But I guess the Congo could try to squeeze their way just south of Casablanca. Oh, this is just craziness. So many units. So many units going on. There's so many units. We do have a new border here. It looks like Russia might be stacking the Mumbai front. Again, look at this. I made a comment about controlling the Baltic Sea is a really key strategical region, I think, in this map. And the Russians have quite a few ships already in this water region or whatever. Poland to Carthage. Again, nothing too big. Poland's okay. Poland's okay, but it's been a while. Carthage decided to join in late in the game. I'm sorry, Carthage decided to join in late against Poland. Who is this? Guadalupe from Mexico now joining in against Poland. None of the big three, though. None of the big three. Mali. So we have kind of a second coalition that just formed. Canada and Colombia are working together now against Cuba and Mexico. That is what we're seeing. The thing is, though, the only ones that have a fleet is Colombia. Canada has no fleet at all, which could be very bad. Okay, so the Americans do have open borders through Canada, it looks like. Oh, no, they don't. They were able to squeeze through. Bam, and they'll find a new city. Well, there you go. So there is kind of a mass consolidation going on in the New Worlds. These two civs working together like this. We'll see if they actually send over their ships. Their ships seem to be a little bit far behind in tech, though. Bam! There it goes. All right. This could be the start of something really, really big. Really, really big. We'll see, though. Now, France is obviously going to destroy a lot of units here. Siam also joining against Poland. We'll see if Russia or the Ottomans join in. The Ottomans could make a big difference if they were to use their fleet in the Black Sea to attack Konya. We've got Champa and the Koreans piecing out. Champa and Japan. Oh, Champa and Japan. But I don't think they'll be able to get towards the Champa capital without open borders through Vietnam. If they have open borders through Siam, they might be able to. But not without it through Vietnam. Okay, so this is one of the biggest wars we've seen so far. Vietnam and the Champa. Okay. Alrighty then. So I'm sure both of these civs are going to dwindle each other's military down. We'll see if the Koreans or the Siamese have a reaction plan for that. We have France playing against Denmark now. France really shouldn't get involved in a second war. They're already involved in a lot of different wars. Are the British moving any? Yes, the British are moving towards the Moroccan front, and that is a terrible, terrible mistake. They were very close to taking over Denmark, but like I said, it's probably for the best. It really is probably for the best. Let's see if anyone else joins in against Poland. I guess it doesn't really matter because because Napoleon is going to do enough damage, I think. India and the Champa. We've got the Ottomans and Morocco, which actually might distract the Ottomans from going to war against Poland, but we'll see. Japan. Actually, no, the Ottomans are just going and joining the coalition. They're just trying to make everyone happy, I think, personally. The Indians don't have a border with the Champa, so that doesn't really mean much. A lot of wars popping up. I have no idea why. A lot of very big wars occurring at the moment. French Lancer already pretty deep into this territory. Ooh, we have Australia and France teaming up against India. And India does have a coastal city in the city just south of Delhi. We might see Australia try something here. I mean, we've seen that Australia is not afraid to send over a fleet. We could have Australia is going to be powerful. I think I'm definitely underestimating Australia just because they haven't gotten involved in any wars, but they dropped this final Indonesian city. You know, they win a few wars against Siam, who's ultimately going to be distracted with the politics of Eastern Asia. They could have some success. They could have a lot of success. They could even go after Vietnam or easily take over Polynesia. They could get involved in the politics of North America if they dropped Samoa and took that over for themselves. And Colombia's kind of retreated a little bit. I'm wondering if these two civs might be distracted by their newly declared Cuban War. Maybe. Ooh, 2 more ironclads might be coming up. Those are going to be much more difficult to stop. Ironclads, much, much more difficult to stop for the Danish. So the British, I guess, still have a chance. They do still have a chance. How is Spain doing? Spain is doing okay. France still attacking the Moroccan capital, but not in a very successful way. But how is France doing with their front against Poland? I think they're still bringing over a lot of their units. Here's the thing. Look at the Western French Empire. Almost nothing over here. Almost completely deserted. Paris, Tours, Barcelona. Almost completely deserted. Spain and Britain, the UK, could team up right now. And Spain wouldn't have as much success because they do have to deal with the massive fleet just south of Tours, but the British would. The British would have a lot of success if they focused their siege on Paris and didn't go after Barcelona. Because Poland they are like kind of a shell, kind of a shell nation. They are consolidated. They're still going to be tough to take. You best believe the French are going to lose units in the process here. The French will lose a lot of units here. Whether it's, sieging out one of these Polish cities or just having to fight through the massive waves of Polish riflemen. So we'll see. It actually doesn't look like the French have that much in terms of units on the ground. They've got a good, fleet, and maybe that's where most of their power is coming from. Obviously, Poland, they are strictly, a land civ. Konia's a puppet, so they can't build anything off the Black Sea, and Warsaw is not coastal along the Baltic Sea. So it's crazy. Oh, and here come the ironclads. But they only sent over 1. They need to send over a few more, which they might. Now the ironclads can move through the deep sea, so that's, I think, why they are having maybe more success in the second attempt to take over the westernmost Danish city. Do we see anything else going on? Nope. Napoleon's plotting against Ramses. France is plotting against Ramses. Oh, okay. How's that war going on, actually? How's that war going? Egypt's starting to make some significant gangs now. Memphis might not be alive for too much longer, but let's just see if Persia decides to squeeze their own navy that they have located in the Red Sea. Look at that. There's more units going towards Mecca, so we might see something like that happen. But anyways, pretty big, messy world that we're seeing. Lots of stuff going on all around in all the continents. It's very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.